When I look into the world and when I listen to my heart, I see and I sense that many people are drowning in despair. When people become desperate, it's because they've lost their hope. They look high and low, and hope seems to evade them. And just when they find a vision worth hoping in, they find that their visions and imaginations do not fulfill. And so I see so many people, especially Christians, going from idea to idea, imagination to imagination, candidate to candidate, trying to find something to put their hope in. Newsflash: the coals are cold and the wood is wet. Your hope is in the wrong place. Don't miss it. You're looking for hope when you should be listening. You're looking for hope when you should be listening. The warrior who has come back from the pit of defeat and despair knows this: hope is not a vision, it's a voice. Your eyes will almost never give you hope. You can scour the four corners of the world, and your eyes will never behold hope. But whether you're at the heights of Everest or the lowest pit on earth, you can close your eyes and listen. I'll tell you what waits for you at the bottom of defeat is a voice. There's a voice that's calling. There's a voice that's whispering. There's a voice that's crying out. Because vision is a thing, but voice comes from a person. I want to let the body of Christ know our hope can't lie in the halls of Washington. Our hope can't lie in a vision of culture or community. Our hope can't lie in constitution or courts. Our hope can't lie in economic numbers and business models. Our hope can't lie in F-18s and smart bombs and bullets, because all those things will surely pass away. But there is one thing. There is one who will never, ever, ever pass away. And he has a voice that's calling into the darkness. It's crying out. It leaves 99 and it goes for one. There is one who is qualified to speak even into the depths of death itself. And let me tell you why he's qualified to go where few have gone before. Because he himself, the warrior of warriors, he went himself of his own volition, loving his life, not even unto death, became like a servant and took on even the cross. He who knew no sin became sin for us. No matter the circumstance you may find yourself in today, I can declare victory, not of my own word, not of my own gumption, not even of my own testimony, but on the word of Jesus Christ, who he went into the pit of pits, the depth of depths, living out David's psalm that even when I make my bed in hell, lo, even there you are with me. I want to let the defeated know. I want to let the desperate know. I want to let those who are in despair know. Close your eyes and quit looking around you for hope. Close your eyes and listen. There is a voice in the bottom of the pit, and that voice has a name, and his name is Jesus, Elohim, God with us. I need to let somebody know that that enemy who is whispering in your ear, saying all is lost and all have forsaken, he is lying to you, that if God be for you, who can stand stand against. I need to let somebody know the reason he has authority, the reason that the voice of hope is true is not just because he went into the pit. Can't get no help over there except Miss Marcia. The reason why that voice of hope that you hear whispering, the reason that voice of hope that you hear calling is true, the reason why you can bet everything on the voice of hope is not just because it's present, it's because when he went into that pit and when he found himself laying in the depths of death, our enemy, sin, sickness, disease, and iniquity, it tried to hold him in that tomb of death. It tried to hold him in that pit of death. But guess what happened about sunrise on Sunday morning? The whole universe has borne witness that there is one who is worthy to give hope. There is one who has authority to give hope. Because on Sunday morning, despair couldn't keep him and death couldn't hold him. He has triumphed over death. He has overcome defeat, and he has come to you today declaring victory, 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 life, 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 freedom, freedom, freedom. I turned around to see the voice that was speaking to me. And when I turned, I saw 7 golden lampstands. And among the lampstands was someone dressed like the Son of Man in a robe reaching down to his feet and with a golden sash around his chest. The hair on his head was white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were like blazing fire. His feet were like bronze glowing in a furnace, and his voice was like the sound of rushing waters. In his right hand he held 7 stars, and coming out of his mouth was a sharp, double-edged sword. His face, Lord, to see your face. His face was like the sun shining in all its brilliance. And when I saw him, I fell at his feet as though dead. It doesn't matter if you die. It doesn't matter where you die. It just matters where you fall. Then he placed his right hand on me and said, "Don't be afraid. I am the first and the last. I am the living one. I was dead." You know what Jesus is saying to some of you this morning? I was dead too. He's saying to you, I was dead too. But look now. Look now, though. I am alive forever and ever. My favorite part. And I hold the keys to death, hell, and the grave. Come right up over here, brother. Give me some right here. Listen, friends. When you know the man and you know the voice of hope, you may be laying dead, but just let him start talking to you. Just let him start talking to you. Just let him start talking to you. I need to let somebody know today. You may say, I feel like I am laying dead, and Jesus is saying, it's okay, I was dead too. but now I'm alive forever. Forever and ever and ever and ever. Thank you. Thank you. I am alive forever and ever and ever. I love this when he says, and now look. Look at your neighbor and say, and now look. You know what some of you are going to be saying in 6 weeks? Now look. You know what some of you are going to be saying in 6 months? Now look. You thought I was beat. I was muddy and bloody. My sword was dull and my shield was shattered. But look now. Ain't nobody listening to me. In 6 months, some of you in your marriage, you're going to thought all was lost. You already had one signature on the paper, but you're going to be saying, look now. Some of y'all kids acting a fool. In 6 months, you're going to be saying, look now. Some of you are broke and busted as a low-down skunk. And in 6 months, you're going to be saying, look now. Some of you are the bottom of the bottom, and you're going to be saying, look now. Is there anybody hearing what I'm saying? That iniquity that's tried to hold on to you, that addiction that has tried to hold on to you, that low self-worth, I feel that low self-worth that you've been battling with for 30 years, here in the next few minutes, you're going to be saying, look now. Look now who's worth dying for. Look now who was defeated, but now I'm winning. Is anybody hearing what I'm saying to you? Won't you look at your neighbor and say, look now.